Welcome to today's lesson. Today I'll be showing you how to complete the square. And what is completing the square? So completing the square is basically finding a number and then dividing by itself and then squaring it and then adding it to the equation. Basically, you're finding a perfect equation that will make it easy to simplify into the simplest form, and from there you can solve it much easier than you would if you couldn't do this method. That's why it's helpful. So let's see this equation. Let's start. As you can see, this equation cannot be factored because it cannot be put into integer expressions, which would be x plus 2 and x plus 2. These are integer expressions, and as you can see, we cannot put this into integer expressions because if we tried, we would get something like this. We get x plus something and then x plus something. Here if we did this, plus and then plus, what number is gonna? If we tried, we have to find two numbers that would multiply together to give you 40, and two numbers that we add together to give you 20. And there's no numbers that will do that. If you try, there's no numbers. Alright. So this is where the square method comes into place. And says, well, I do want to make this number a perfect integer, and I'm going to find a way to do it. So what do? We first have to solve this equation. Let's say, I'm going to give you an example first before we actually solve the equation. Let's say we have something like x plus a equals x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. This multiplied times itself is going to give you that, which would be similar to this equation right here. So now we're going to try to solve that equation. So there you go, x squared plus 20x plus 40 equals 0. What do we do first? We first subtract 40, and we get x squared plus 20x plus 40. Nope. We just leave that blank. Have 40 right here. Now we're going to use this method where we divide the b term, which would be 20x, and then we square it. And that's what we're going to put in that blank space right there. So 20 divided by 2 is 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Plus sign right there. We add 100 to the other side. Now this gives us 60. And now we can simplify this because now we can put this into integer expressions, which would be x plus 10x, 10 squared. X plus 10 to the second power will give you x squared plus 20x plus 100. Because 10 plus 10 is 20, and 10 times 10 is 100. And x times x is x squared. Now, we're going to finish the problem in the next page. So we have x squared, x of x plus 10 squared equals 60. Now, why do we square both sides? Well, we need to square both sides first, and the reason why we do this is because we need to get rid of that that 2, and the only way by doing that is by squaring it, because the square root is the inverse of that. So you get x plus 10 equals, let's see, square root of 60 plus minus 2 rad 15th. And how I got that is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 15 is 60. There we go. So now, just basic equation, go minus 10, cancel it out. X equals negative 10 plus or minus 2 rad 15. That's how we get that answer, and that's how you solve by using the square method. I hope you guys enjoy.